Dear Pujya Swamiji, members of Chinmaya Seva Center and friends, Hari Om and Pranams. It is my sukrita and privilege to introduce my Acharya-ji, Swami Bodhatmananda. Ushaji and I studied Advaita Vedanta under the tutelage of Swamiji for 2 years as full-time students of the 16th Vedanta course at Sandipani Sadhanalaya, Mumbai. We just concluded in September this year. We can proudly say we were blessed to have studied under Swamiji, who not only a Brahmanishta, an unparalleled Kshotriya Acharya, but also an Acharya who demonstrated what compassion really means, what forgiving really means, what Guru Seva means, and lastly but not least, what true love means. Prior to joining the Vedanta course at Sandipani in 2002, Swamiji served for 5 years at Chinmaya Mission Orlando in various capacities and subsequently participated in Chinmaya Mission 50th anniversary at Mumbai. He studied Vedanta under the guidance of Pujya Guruji, Swami Vedanta, and under the tutelage of Swami Ishwaranand. In 2004, Swamiji was posted to San Jose Chinmaya Mission Center, and there, under his spiritual guidance, not only San Jose Center, but many centers in US actually grew leap on bounds. Swamiji has a loving personality, sense of humor, and intense passion for study of Vedanta as well as mastery over scriptures. His unique style of teaching and imparting knowledge of these scriptures through systematic approach has provided practical instructions for seekers in daily life and has brought transformation to many. Perhaps many of you know already through our emails that Swamiji will be continuing as the resident Acharya of the forthcoming 17th Residential Vedanta course starting in August 2017. Swamiji is now on his way to US for 6 months to giving talks at several of our mission centers, not only US and later he will also going to Canada and also to UK, and interviewing applicants for the next Vedanta course. If any of you are interested to join the Vedanta course or want to know more about it, and not in general, but all available on the website, but in particular if you are keen on joining the Vedanta course, Swamiji is available. You may talk to him. Please talk to Vishakaji to seek an appointment. Pujya Swamiji will be talking on the text Living Vedanta, a beautiful composition by Pujya Guruji, Swami Vedanta, and it is for the 4 days including today. Now may I request one of our study group facilitator, Sri Chandrasekhar, to garland Swamiji and offer our respect and reverence. Thank you, Swamiji.
This mic, can it come down? This rod can bring all the way here. Yeah, that's all. Hari Om. Greetings to everyone. we are going to have 4 days talk series on living Vedanta. Otherwise, Puja Guruji has titled it as Vedanta Chintanam. So, thinking of Vedanta. Most of us are already introduced to Vedanta through various texts. We have listened to them. So now, how to live this teaching, that is what is presented here. Before we enter into the text, we will try to think about the basics and then we will enter. In Vedanta, we say Vedanta is, in particular Advaita Vedanta, is really very simple. There is Brahman and there is ignorance about this Brahman. The truth and not knowing the truth. And everything, whatever that we can think of, we can imagine, is nothing but product of this ignorance. Not knowing the truth is appearing as all this. So, Brahman plus avidya, that explains everything. And in Vedanta, one example is enough to explain everything. Rope and snake. So, once we get to the main essence, then we will realize that teaching is not very complicated. We just have to understand the core ideas, essential ideas. And we will see here in this text, Puja Guruji has explained how Vedanta tries to formulate, tries to explain our current state, where we are, how we think, and then how we should think according to Vedanta. So, two things. One is where we are right now, how we look at world according to our vision, our darshan. And then what is Vedanta darshan? So what should be our way of thinking, way of looking at life? So then once we know this, then it is clear that this is where I am now and this is where I should be. So a gradual process is presented. Like if we ask ourselves, where do I see myself right now? What do I understand of myself right now? So I understand myself as a doer, a performer of action. I see myself as experiencer of results. So, our thinking is that this is who I am. So, Vedanta has to start from there. what I think I am, that is where it will start and then it will take me forward. If I say, no, I think I am this body, forget about performer of actions, experiencer of actions, I think I am body. So then Vedanta has to start from that level. It has to come down to that stage where I am and gradually take me up. Like the common example that is given is, if the teacher wants to show a student or a father wants to show a child a crescent moon in the sky, very thin moon is appearing in the night. But because there are some clouds or the attention is not going there, so if the student says, where is that moon? I cannot see. So the teacher will say, do you see this tree? Yes. So from this tree, do you see this branch? Yes. From this branch, do you see the other branch which is going higher up? Yes. So slowly from the tree which is so close, then the branch, then another branch, and then from that branch, look in that direction towards the right, about so much distance, and you see a shining moon. Now when the teacher starts teaching and says, do you see this tree? That tree has nothing to do with that moon. Properties of tree and moon are completely different. But tree can be used to show that moon because this child or the student is familiar only with that tree. That is easy for him. It is proximate. So scriptures and teachers, they use these ideas to show us something very, very sublime, great, but they have to start with where we are. But we should know, when they start pointing out greater things to us, we should start dropping the previous things. I cannot hold on to that tree and still look for the moon. It will not happen. So in our journey, we have to walk with teacher, we have to walk with scriptures. So this maxim is called Shakha Chandra Nyaya. Use the Shakha, the branch, to point out the moon, Chandra. Shakha Chandra Nyaya. Like that, teachers will use body to explain infinite reality. Just as tree has nothing to do with moon, body will have nothing to do with infinite reality. But it can be used. So in our chintanam, in our thinking, I can use something ordinary and I can go to extraordinary. This we have to cultivate. So now how to do? Guruji is going to guide us in this. Okay. So knowing very well that we all are familiar with what is Vedanta, I'm not elaborating. Vedanta is Upanishad. When we say we are studying Vedanta, means we are studying Upanishad. And Upanishad, sometimes, I may have tendency to go into this teaching the students in Sandipani and go in depth, because that is what I have done for last 2 years. When we say Upanishad, means it will just reveal the fact as is without changing anything. I'll give you one example and then we will move on. Let's say in your house there are two couches, two sofas. On one there is a lot of clutter, very dirty, a lot of objects are kept. And the other couch is clean. Both of them are kept in a dark room. If you understand this principle, you will not misunderstand Vedanta. Two couches are kept in a dark room. One is cluttered, another is clean. When somebody enters that room and turns on the light, that light is going to show that one couch is clean and other is dirty. Light is not going to clean the clutter. That mess will not be cleaned by the light. Vedanta is the light. Vedanta is that light which will show the clutter. Clutter of body, mind, intellect. All will be revealed by Vedanta Pramana, Upanishad. So if I have to clean, I have to do karma. I have to do upasana. But if I want to know, light is enough. Jnanam. So sometimes people say, I am studying Vedanta and still my mind is bothering me. Vedanta will reveal that mind is bothering you. Means mind has disturbance. But Vedanta is not there to remove all those things. For that I have to do karma yoga, bhakti yoga, etc. So Vedanta Chintanam, living Vedanta means it's a revelation. I will know that I shine forth here, and in my presence, in my light, everything is revealed. Like what you chanted just now, Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam Tasya Bhasa Sarvamidam Vibhati. That is the light. That is Vedanta. That is what Vedanta is giving. Okay, let us begin now. If there are people who do not have books, I think they are available at the back. Please take them. Good, at least. Page number 7, first shloka. They all are opening the covers. श्रीरामाय नमस्तुभ्यं कृपया तव शक्यते सुखेनाभ्यसितुं लब्धं ज्ञानं दैनिकजीवने. Together we will chant. श्रीरामाय नमस्तुभ्यं कृपया तव शक्यते सुखेनाभ्यसितुं लब्धं ज्ञानं दैनिकजीवने. First shloka is normally the invocation shloka, the Mangalacharana shloka. Mangalacharana means, in English we translate as peace invocation, but what it means is, it's a good tradition to begin something new, to start something new. It's an auspicious beginning. Mangalam means auspicious. So Mangalacharanam, that tradition which shows an auspicious beginning. And what is an auspicious beginning? That where my mind remains calm, number one. Number two, the work that I have taken up is accomplished without any obstacles. So if the work taken up is of writing, then that is accomplished without obstacles. If the work is of teaching, like how we are in this setup, then the teaching should be accomplished without obstacles. And if the work is of propagation of this knowledge, then may that also happen without any obstacles. So, Mangalacharanam here is the writing work, the teaching work, the propagation work. It should be without obstacles. But the first one is, may my mind remain calm. And then third is, the composer or the teacher should not feel, oh, I am so great, my work is being done. That's why the work is always dedicated by remembering God or Guru Parampara, the tradition of teacher and students. So, I received it from my teacher, he received it from his teacher, like that. Narayanam Padmabhavam Vasishtham, the entire parampara goes all the way up to Bhagavan Narayana. So, we remember that and try to eliminate our ego, our individuality, our ahankara, that it is all happening because of me. That is why the dedication is. So many times we feel like, oh, these people don't know how great I am. They are not respecting, they are not. So you keep your feet on the ground. That's why Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji and all, when they start great works also, they invoke blessings of their gurus, Bhagavan. So this is the tradition, Mangalacharanam Shloka. So here Guruji is doing this invocation by offering his salutations to his Ishtadevata. And Ishtadevata is Rama here. So, Shri Ramaya Tubhyam Namaha. This is the first sentence. Salutations unto you, O Lord Rama. So Rama is the one who gives joy, delight to all, who is in the hearts of all. as it is said in Tulsi Ramayana, Jo Anand Sindhu Sukharasi Sikarte Trailoka Supasi. Anand Sukharasi. So Rama is that. So Sukhadham Rama Karanama. Ramchandra ji is Ananda Swarupa. So here Rama is bliss, not a person. That bliss personified is what I am worshipping, is what I am thinking. Worshipping means while you are writing, how are you going to worship? So I mentally bring that bliss, that peace in my mind. With that I compose. So my mind is Shantam. And Shantam is Shivam. So Shri Ramaya Tubhyam Namaha. Then Tava Kripaya, by your grace, O Lord Rama, Sukhena Jnanam Dainika Jivane Labdham Abhyasitum Shakyate. By your grace, O Lord, this knowledge Sukhena Abhyasitum Shakyate. Kim Jnanam. This Jnanam is easily Abhyasitum means literally Abhyasa means practice. But here we have to understand knowledge is available. Practice of knowledge means knowledge is available to me. You know, generally in Vedanta we say this word abiding in knowledge. You have heard this, right? Abiding in knowledge. Abiding in knowledge means what? Or abiding in Brahman. So abiding means being in knowledge. Being in knowledge means knowledge is available to me when I need it the most. Knowledge is not in the form of stanzas. Stanzas will remind me of who am I. You know, in our Shastra, the favorite the metaphor that they give of what the Shastra is. Shastra is a mirror, a darpana, adarsha. When you look in mirror, are you interested in mirror or you are interested in yourself? We are interested in ourselves. When I look in the mirror, I don't see what the make is. Is it from Italy or from here or Singapore or China or I don't see that. In mirror, I want to see myself. And every time I look at mirror, I am interested in knowing my glory only. True or not? In fact, many times we don't need mirror. Any shining surface is good enough. If somebody gives you plate and food has not come yet, you start looking at yourself. So Shastra is actually showing us who we are. So Jnana Abhyasa, this practice of knowledge means not losing the sight of knowledge, not forgetting it. What is the forgetfulness? That when I look in mirror and instead of remembering that I am here, I start thinking I am there. This is forgetfulness. Shall I go little in depth in this one? Okay. So when I am in front of mirror brings limitations to me. My personality is here. Because of mirror, this individual comes under limitations. Let's say if mirror has crack, then what will happen? My reflection will have crack. If mirror has some spots, my reflection will have spots. If mirror is shaky, my reflection will look like that. In general, what I am trying to say is, if there are limitations in that reflection because of mirror, I will think those limitations belong to me. So what happens to us is, for us, the reflection is available, our reflection is available in the form of this I. This I means the individual I. But this I is limited because of limitations. So many times in Vedanta it is said Brahman is all pervading, and I always feel, how can I be Brahman? Because I am not all pervading, I am not even hall pervading. How can I be all pervading? I am only here. That means I cannot be what they are saying. Or if Vedanta says you are ever pure, Nitya Shuddha, and I feel I have so many impurities, I will have to take so many janmas to purify my mind. These are limitations because of that medium where the reflection is. Vedanta cannot be wrong. See, Vedanta Chintanam is this. Vedanta is authority. But if my experience is not matching with Vedanta, where should I make correction? In Vedanta or in my thinking? Correct? So my thinking has to be corrected. Vedanta says you are ever free, Nitya Mukta. I feel what free? Any decision I have to take, I have to ask 15 people. What Nitya Mukta? I am Nitya Baddha only. So that limitation is because of something else. So Vedanta Chintanam, Upanishads, Vedanta, they show me my true nature. I see limitations in myself because of my antakarana. Correct? Upanishads reveal my true nature. But I see limitations in myself because of the antakarana. So I need to get over this notion that there are limitations which bind me, which restrict me. That is my Vedanta Chintanam. That is my abidance, Jnana Abhyasa, that I should do. Is it becoming too intense or it is okay? We'll see how it goes slowly. Okay? So, Bhagavan, by your grace, I will be able to abide in this. Sukhena jnanam abhyasitum labdham shakyate. When dainika jivane, in day-to-day life. So, in my day-to-day life, I will be able to practice this knowledge. I will have easy access to this knowledge. Because otherwise it is all afterthought, we do something wrong, then say, I was supposed to remember I am Brahman. What did I do? So it is all afterthought. Like in US election now, so many afterthoughts will be there. What each party should do, should not do, and what we should have done, and all those things. So in our life, we cannot afford this. Right? Then we make all mistakes and then say, oh, I should have done this, oh, I should have done that. We cannot go on repeating such things. So, how I don't get into that and make the things right in the first attempt itself. That, O Lord, with your grace, with Guru's grace, Parampara's grace, may I get it. So that is the invocation. So it's a humble prayer by the Acharya. Okay. Now, the glory of Vedanta. Vedanta darshanam shuddham pratyakshanubhavam param sarvada yenu tishtanti prapyate tairdruvam padam Vedanta darshanam shuddham pratyakshanubhavam param sarvada yenu tishtanti prapyate tairdruvam padam. What is Vedanta? So it is said Vedanta is darshanam. That's why Vedanta darshanam word has come. So let us just spend some time on this word darshanam. Darshanam means, in simple words if you want to translate, how I look at life. How I look at life is darshanam. Drish means to see, pashya. So, how I look at things, how I see things. What is my vision of different things is called my darshanam. So, if you ask someone, what is your philosophy of life? See, my philosophy is sports. Just enjoy sports. Okay, so that is his philosophy. So that person, his all conversations will begin with sports, end with sports, in the middle also there will be sports. Somebody you ask, what is your philosophy? He says, music. Everything music. So then anywhere they are sitting, they will start some music, some instrument they will play, tak, 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 tak. Or singing, wherever they are singing. Some people eat, drink, be merry, khao, piyo, maja karo. This is my philosophy of life. Somebody says, my philosophy is, live and let live, give charity, do whatever best you can do. Different ideas are there. This, in our scriptural term, is called their darshanam. This is their darshan. So, if somebody will ask us, what is your darshan? What do you see as life? So, the darshanam is what is going to define where I am putting my efforts. How I think, how I look at situation. To give you some examples first. You remember in Mahabharata, Duryodhana and Yudhishthira, both were from Kauravas and Pandavas side, were claiming the kingdom of Hastinapur. Once it is said, they both were told, you go and see the people, look around and come back. For 1 month you go on this yatra, pilgrimage. So they both go. They come back. Then Duryodhana was asked, what did you see around? So Duryodhana says, all people are wicked. They all are corrupt. They complain, this, that, everything is negative. Then they asked Yudhishthira, what did you see? He said, people are great. All are divine, holy. They are wonderful. Means what? This is their vision. What is getting reflected is how I look at things. It is not there. It is how I have developed the way of looking at those things. So if I say people don't know anything, they all go on complaining, actually my mind has that problem. We have to see something positive somewhere. This is what we were discussing in the afternoon with you, right? That the austerity, the different way of looking at the same thing. Other example, famous example I have quoted earlier in different contexts. Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, he was told, tomorrow you are going to become the king of Ayodhya. He is ready. He said, whatever is the instruction of my father. And next day morning, he is told, you are going to forest for 14 years. He said, okay. When he is told you are going to forest for 14 years, he is asked, how come you are so calm, so peaceful? You were supposed to get the kingdom, now you are going in exile. You should have a revolt against king. Lakshmanji himself says, brother, we are not going. You can handle everyone, I will help you. We can defeat and you become king. Don't listen to father because he is under the influence of Kaikeyi right now. He is not Viveki. He is in moha. Bhagavan Ramchandra says no. He said, what will you get by going to forest? He said, look at what Ayodhya will get. I will fulfill my father's words, promise that he has given to mother. I will fulfill my mother's wish, Kaikeyi's wish. Ayodhya will get great king like Bharata. He said, what about you? He said, I will get satsang. So, he is not affected by what is happening outside. Why? Because his vision is different. His darshan is different. This we call, one is paristhiti and the other is manasthiti. Sometimes you can change, paristhiti means outer circumstances. Sometimes I will use some Sanskrit words. Manasthiti is inner state of mind. So sometimes we can change outer circumstances, but not every time, because that prarabdha comes, it cannot change, it will not allow you to change because you have to go through that experience. But mind and how to look at that external situation, that option I have. Mind is with me, the instrument I have. So I can change my darshan and I will have different experience. That is possible. So darshan is a way of looking at things. Vedanta is a darshan. Vedanta darshanam means how I can look at the situations. And Vedanta darshan will talk about the individual jiva, there is Jagat, there is Ishvara. But remember, this comes only when Brahman plus Avidya are together, then only there is Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. Right? We started with this only. Fundamentally, there are only two things, Brahman and Avidya. Together, then we have Jiva, Jagat. Means I am the experiencer. This notion is when I am already under the spell of Avidya. Then there is experienced world. This also is there only when there is ignorance. Otherwise, in Vedanta, Brahman ekam eva advitiyam, one alone without the second. That's all that is there. Jagat vilakshanam Brahma, Brahmanonyanna kinchana, Brahmanyat bhati chet mithya yatha maruma richika. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says in Atmabodha. Other than Brahman, there is nothing. So, real darshan is this. Vedanta darshanam shuddham, extremely pure, uncontaminated. Pratyaksha anubhavam, param. So, these are all adjectives of what is Vedanta. The highest teaching is available in Vedanta. Why it is highest? Param means highest. Why it is highest teaching, supreme? Because it talks about the subject. In all other darshanas, there is teaching about some object or the other. So, Vedanta darshanam shuddham, pratyakshanubhavam param. Pratyakshanubhavam means it can be directly known, directly experienced. Because any darshana, if it tells you something which does not tally with your intellectual understanding or your experience, then you will not accept it, no matter how great it is. If the Vedas say fire is cold, you say no matter how many times Vedas have said this, that fire is cold, I will not accept it. Shruti shatenapi. You have hundreds of quotations also, if they say, I will not accept it. Because it has to match with my experience also. So, pratyaksha anubhavam means this, that it doesn't say something which you only keep in books and theory and say, you cannot know this, you cannot abide in this. That's not true. This word actually comes in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. This pratyaksha anubhavam, Bhagavan says, Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. So, Pratyakshanubhavam Param Ye Sarvada Anutishtanti Taihi Dhruvam Padam Prapyate. Ye, those people who sarvada, all the time, anutishtanti, they remain steadfast in it. Remain steadfast means they abide in it. Abide in knowledge. Means they never lose sight of the teaching. Sarvada ye anutishtanti. Taihi, by them alone, the eternal is attained. I will give one example. Let us say you are going on a long drive. In Singapore, long drive, how many hours it will take? 2 hours. So, but you understand, let us say we are in India and you are going for a long drive from Uttar Kashi to Cochin. That is long drive. So, you get in the car and then start driving and you know your destination. And then you drive a little and then you see, oh, there is a restaurant here, let us go, some Chinese food is available. We are missing that in India. So then you get in, you eat something. Then as soon as you come out, some other ice cream wala is there. So you go there, they say, oh, we ate too much, now driving is not possible. Can we rest here overnight? Then you rest there for one night. And next day some other thoughts come. So then what happens in this? The focus is getting lost. So I started with one intention, one objective, and then I am not able to continue. So when many times what happens is we start that I want to dedicate my life for Vedanta. I want to have this vision. I want to abide in this teaching. And then we go here, there, so many distractions come. And finally we say, I am not getting anything. We will not get because we lost focus. Many times these children, the youngsters, they go to college. And this happens, they were very bright, let us say, up to high school. Then they join some college and they say, I want to become doctor or I want to do something. And then after first year in college, all they have done is everything but what they were supposed to do. Everything other than that. Partying, this, that. And say, I did not get anything because you lost the focus. So in our life also, we want to accomplish something, we should remain focused. Vedanta is our darshan, there also we should remain focused. Then ye sarvada anutishtanti taihi dhruvam padam prapyate. They alone will attain the eternal abode. Means they will attain the infinite reality. They will attain infinite reality. Prapyate is only figurative. Prapyate means they will know I am eternal truth. I am eternal truth means generally what is a common man's thinking? The world was there, I came, I was born, I lived here in this world for few years and I will go away, world will remain. This is why we are sad. Then I will go and all these people will keep having fun. Vedanta says, you were there, world came, world stayed, world will go, you will remain. You means which you? Satchidananda Brahma. So this Param Dhruvam, that is my Swarupa, that I will know only when I am able to abide in this. Otherwise I will lose it. So this is what Vedanta gives. Vedanta gives this truth to us. Now the teaching begins in steps. Okay, from stanza number 3, page number 12. Nahankaro mano buddhi deho naham kadachana iti vedanta vakyasya bhavaschintyah punah punah nahankaro mano buddhi deho naham kadachana iti vedanta vakyasya bhavaschintyah punah punah. So what is the teaching of Vedanta? It is said in the second line, the first word is iti. Iti means quotations. Because in Sanskrit there are no quotations. So the quotation is what is given in first line, that is the whole thing is under quotations. Aham na ahankarah manah buddhi deha kadachana. I am never mana, buddhi, ahankara, deha, means sthula sharira, etc. I am none of these. Kadachana, never ever. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. So I am not this. So this text is not to explain, oh, why I am not this. So if somebody does not know, they say you go and study preliminary text then. This is just to revel in that, like a summary of what I already know. The other text will tell you why I am not body, why I am not mind, etc. Because they are so many reasons you can give. Drishyatvat, sagunatvat, bhautikatvat, anityatvat, agamapaitvat. You see, I can throw some Sanskrit terms and show you how you can impress others also. If you want to impress, you show these terms. So then say, oh, big Mahatma is there because they know so many things. I did not understand anything. Drishyatvat means that which is an object of knowledge that I cannot be because I am different from what is experienced. Drishya. So body is drishya, I am drashta, the seer. So drishyatvat. Bhautika. Bhautika means it is made up of 5 elements. This is made up of 5 gross elements. Mind, etc. are made up of 5 subtle elements. So you see, these are all preliminaries. Teacher expects that you already know all these things. Bhautika. Sagunatvat. Saguna, tvat I am saying because they are the reasons, hetu. Saguna means if they have attributes, it is not the reality. Attribute means what are the attributes? Either it has some taste, form, some color, some shape, etc. So these are all attributes. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. So that which has attribute is subject to destruction. This is the law. Now you apply, you have apple. So apple has attributes, is subject to destruction. Body, it has attributes. My body is so good, that means subject to destruction. That means you are not that. My body is not good, attribute. That is also an attribute. I am lean is an attribute, I am fat is also an attribute. Short is an attribute, tall is also an attribute. They are all indicating its impermanence. So drishyatva, bhautikatva, anityatva, sagunatva. Anything that has arrival and departure is not me. Because I am the witness of arrival and departure. Correct? In Vivek Chudamani and all this is elaborated. Bhagavan said in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha agama apayino anityaha tansitikshasva bharata. This sukha, dukkha, shita, ushna, etc. they are agama and apayina. Means they will come and they will go. So one day it is very cold. Wait for some days. It will be different. It will become hot. I am very sukhi. Wait for some time. That's all. So they are agama apayinaha, anityaha, tan titikshasva. Have titiksha. Because they are impermanent, that is not you. You are the witness of their arrival and departure. So in this way, when I analyze, then I understand I am none of these. Ahankara, mana, buddhi, etc. You can dwell on this more and more. I am just giving you a sample, because otherwise we will never be able to complete this. But you know that these are the basis on which I decide what I am and what I am not, logically. This method is called Anvaya Vyatireka. Anvaya Vyatireka. Method of presence and absence. So that which has presence all the time, that is the subject. That which has some presence and some absence, it will be an object. Iti. So in this now body, etc. are also included. Our main two weaknesses are body and ahankara. Mind you call or whatever. These two. So either I identify with body or I identify with ahankara. Ahankar word, if you feel that, oh, I don't know what they are talking as ahankara. Ahankara means if I want to address ahankara, Swami Bodhatmananda is ahankara. Ahankara means ego, not, see in English even if we translate as ego, ahankara actually means individuality, personality, as a person. So Swami Bodhatmananda is a person. So my meditation should be, I am not Swami Bodhatmananda. I am Brahman. The introduction that was given is of this entity. Iti Vedanta Vakyasya Bhavah Chintyah Punah Punah. Again and again you meditate on this bhava, this teaching. This is Vedanta Vakya. And I know if I remain ahankara, then I will not be Brahma. Correct? I cannot be both. So, if I fall in love with Swami Bodhatmananda, which I am already in love, so then as long as this personality is so strong, it will not let Vedanta teaching come in. Then I will see that Vedanta is not working in my life. Because this fellow is so strong. So punah punah, again and again, Vedanta, this is called nididhyasanam actually. When we say Shravanam Mananam, nididhyasanam means this. Vedanta Vakyasya Bhavaha, the essential teaching of Vedanta, Chintyaha, means Chintaniyam, it should be thought over, or Chintaniyaha, it should be thought in this way. So that the teaching has come to displace the other identity. I already am carrying one identity of this, and Vedanta has come and has given new identity. So I have to own that up. Punah punah, again and again, this bhava of Vedanta, you do chintanam. So, as I said, two things. One is body and the second is ahankara. Ahankara is the tough nut to crack. We know, right? Because I can negate other things. I can drop other things. But the one who is going to negate everything and one is going to drop everything, that when I have to negate, that is difficult. That's why it is said you need Guru. Because he will only make everything proper for us. We on our own, we will not let go of our individuality. Then we have to work on this, like if we are too much identified with our own body, then what we should do is develop vairagya. To know that I am not body because of all these reasons that we put, it is drishya, it is anitya, it is saguna. This is viveka. That viveka should be followed by vairagya. Otherwise, I have wonderful viveka. And then no vairagya, then I will just go with, after viveka, whatever I am supposed to discard, I will hold on to. And what I am supposed to hold on to, I will discard. Like, if you have to cut vegetable and then the peel that you have removed and the dirty part, so that you throw, and the good part you keep. This is Viveka and Vairagya. So if I say Viveka is nicely done and then Vairagya is not there, so whatever I am supposed to reject, that I keep, and then good part is all gone. Then also it doesn't help. So along with Viveka, Vairagya. And in that, if doubt comes, Shraddha is needed. No, if teacher has said, Shastra has said, it is true, let go of this. Bhavaschintya punah punah. So in this way, again and again reflect on this. So it is not that again and again I have to go on repeating Nahankaro manobuddhi deho naham kadachana, Nahankaro mano. Why? Because punah punah it is said. And then I do it in Raga Malika. So 7 ragas I go on singing this in this raga, that raga with different music. Why? Because it is said punah punah. That is not the idea. Punah punah means no matter what I do in my daily life, this teaching should be available to me. I don't have to even utter, verbalize it. Mentally, as long as it is there, that is enough. And of course, this is not a japa. This is not japa, this is my understanding. To give you the example that I mentioned earlier, if one couch is cluttered and another is clean, right? And in the dark room, I turn on the light. So what will I see? One couch is cluttered, another is clean. Now you say, oh, I understood. This is cluttered, this is clean. Now I want this couch to be clean. So what will I do? I go on switching on, off, on, off, on, off. What will happen? Bulb. So the couch will not become clean because 1,000 times you have done this. So you say, oh, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, mano buddhi ahankar chitta aham mano buddhi ahankar. You can do that for strengthening understanding, not to remove the clutter of mind. There is a difference. In the advanced texts, all these things are taken up for discussions. Because these are the common misunderstandings. You imagine how you are laughing when somebody comes and goes on. If the child is there in room, Mom, my room is dirty, so I am just turning on and off light, so it will become clean. It will not become clean. You will have to do karma for that. It is not the work of jnanam. This repeated chintanam, what we call as nididhyasanam, is to remove erroneous notions. Viparit bhavana nivritti. This much is enough for now. Later we will dwell on it if time permits. Okay. Let us move forward now. Now, within that teaching, what is the difference? How we should understand this myself and the body, mind, etc. Teshamatmatvamatram hi nirastamiha nastita yojaniyascha tasmatte vyavahare vivekatah teshamatmatvamatram hi nirastamiha nastita yojaniyascha tasmatte vyavahare vivekatah. 14th page number. Page number 14. This is beautiful connection to the previous shloka. So previous shloka said, I am not body, senses, or body, senses, my prana are not mentioned. Body, mind, intellect, ahankara. Only 4 things are mentioned. I am none of them. Here it is said, Tesham atmatva matram hi nirastam iha. Iha, in this context, in this discussion, that I am that idea is negated. Na astita nirasta. Astita, that the existence because of which they appear, that existence is not negated. The existence aspect is not negated. They are not me. This aspect is negated. Tasmat, therefore, te vyavahare vivekatah yojaniyaha. Therefore, they should be engaged in vyavahara through viveka. First example I will give, then I will explain this stanza. So this mic is here, right? Am I this mic? You don't have any doubt, right? I am not this. I am not this mic. That does not mean I cannot use this mic. I can make good use of this in transactional world, like how we are doing right now. I am using this for effective communication without stressing my voice. Are you that chair on which you are sitting? No. But you can make use of that chair to do something right, positive. Like the car through which we come. So I am not the car, but I can make use of that car. Like that, I am not the body. But body can be used in vyavahara, that is what is said here. Te tasmat te vyavahare vivekataha yojaniya. Using viveka, they should be employed. This viveka is a big topic. Because in everything you need viveka. In Vedanta, viveka, when we say, the viveka that we are expected is satya mithya viveka. What is real and what is unreal. But I tell students, when they are there, for us, satya mithya is a long shot, too high of a goal. Our viveka should start with how much should I eat and how much should I not eat. So that delicious food is there, and should I take that extra, one more cup of it or one more spoon full of that, there I should use viveka. Khao na khao. Satya mithya or atma anatma is, it requires lot of viveka. If this viveka we don't have, and I end up overeating, now I cannot walk also, what is the use of doing satya mithya viveka? So in vyavahara, I am utter failure. No Vedanta Acharya will be like this. And no Vedanta Acharya expects that their students who are ready to do satya mithya viveka, in vyavahara, they have no common sense. They are murkha. That is not expected. Have you ever heard of any great Vedanta Acharya who has talked about this satya mithya viveka, but in common day-to-day thing he has no idea? There will never be such thing. Because they never mix. Now, this is a key word. They never mix the world of Atma and Anatma. All other means of knowledge. A little side topic, but you keep it, and then when you get time, you dwell on it. All other means of knowledge, they operate in the field of anatma. And Vedanta operates in the field of atma. Therefore, what is therefore? Therefore, there will never be any conflict between Vedanta and any other means of knowledge. Like, if my eyes report that this is black color, and I say, which color is this? Will my ears contradict the results given by my eyes? No. Why? Because they have different field. Ears operate in the field of sound, shabda, and eyes will operate in the field of form and color. So what eyes have to report, nobody else is going to contradict. Nobody else can contradict. Nobody else can confirm also. Because eyes have exclusive access in that field. And whatever ears can do, nobody else can do. Because ears have exclusive access in sound, shabda. So what Vedanta is telling, there is no conflict that Vedanta will have with any other pramana. Actually, I have made some heavyweight statements. There is no conflict. Because, as I said, Vedanta operates in the field of Atma, and other means of knowledge, they operate in the field of Anatma. Where is conflict? Argument will be there when both of them are trying to talk about the same thing and have different opinion. We are not talking about same thing. Where is argument? That's why Vedanta Acharya says, Taihi ayam na viruddhyate. We have no contradiction with anyone. So what should we do then? Only understand that is not me. Body is not me, mind is not me, intellect is not me, ahankar is not me. But they can be used, they can be employed in the right field. Just as we are using this mic, chair, facility. I am not this, but I can use them. And if that suddenly that buddhi comes that maybe this is me, then all I have to do is remind myself, this is not me. That was said in the previous shloka. Punah punah chintyaha, chintaniyaha. You should again and again dwell on it. That's all. With viveka, you employ them in your vyavahara. Next shloka we'll just see, meaning we will see tomorrow. Now, what is the good use of body? So that is taken up. Naradeha punya praptaha sarvabhuta hite sada nishreyasi cha yuktavyah सर्वेशे चाति प्रेमतः नरदेहः पुण्यप्राप्तः सर्वभूतहिते सदा निःश्रेयसचियोक्तव्यः सर्वेशे चाति प्रेमतः Naradeha punya praptaha. Human body is attained only when lot of punya karmas are there. Punya praptaha. Meaning we'll see tomorrow, just brief. So what? Kutra yoktavyaha. Yoktavya means where it should be engaged, where it should be employed. Sarva bhuta hite. It should be employed in the well-being of all. Nishreyasi cha. Nishreyasa means moksha, in attaining liberation. And sarveshe cha ati premataha sada yoktavyaha. Sarveshe in Bhagavan ati premataha. With great love and devotion to God, it should be ever engaged. So in the three fields, for the well-being of all, that is karma yoga, Sarveshe Ati Prema, that is Bhakti, and Nishreyasi, Moksha, that is through Jnanam. So, use your instruments for Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, they are actually meant for Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata, and ultimately Jnanam. So, that is where I should employ them. Tomorrow we will see a little more on this shloka and we will continue. So, 7 o'clock, tomorrow, be here, we will start, we have 3 more days. And anyway, how much we cover is not as important as whether we go in some depth and we understand some new ideas, new concepts. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So for Vedanta course, if you know of someone or if you are committed for that, then you schedule appointment with Vishakha ji, and then I will be available to answer any questions. Okay. Hari Om.